This is Ava Lockhart here, and if you're not raising hell, you're not Republican. Today we're going to be talking about under the senile Joe Biden administration how he is letting drug dealers and sex offenders go in the great state of San Antonio. Now, this is how I look at this. We have seat-warming Republicans such as Ted Cruz and Greg Abbott, and we have the mayor of San Antonio. His name is, hold on, let me look him up, Ron Nienberg. These people are elected to keep us safe, to do something about Ron Nienberg is an independent, is to keep us safe, to keep this country safe, to keep the state safe, to keep this city safe. We always wonder what people are doing in politics for us. And I notice one thing, everybody wonders, well, what do these people do all day besides warm the seat? That's all they do, in my opinion. Now, when we really look at this and break this down, under the senile Joe Biden administration, we have Ron Nienberg, the mayor. And then we have the governor. His name is Greg Abbott. And then we have Ted Cruz, which is the senator, all seat-warming people. Ron Nienberg is independent. We have Greg Abbott, the governor, which is Republican, and we have Ted Cruz as Republican. These people are elected into our offices and are just warming the seat. Now, under the senile Joe Biden administration, we have sex offenders and drug dealers that are being released back into the public and not being taken by ICE. Now, what's so interesting about this is instead of these people going back to their national origin, they are released after committing this crime. Now, if I went to any other country, I'll just say if I was a drug dealer, I would do my time and go back to my country. Now, these people are staying here in this country after committing these heinous crimes. We're talking about a sex offender. That means you lost the right to walk down the street. That's what that really means. You have the right to be safe no matter where you go in the great state of Texas or in this country. But under the senile Joe Biden administration, I guess you lose that right as an American. And as an American being, you lose the right to walk down the street without getting attacked. Now, this man, they're supposed to go back, but they said that they don't go back. This is the Joe Biden administration. They don't go back. They just do whatever. This is loose leadership. This is bad leadership. Now, we know senile Joe Biden said, one minute he says it's okay for immigrants to be here, illegal immigrants to be here. The next minute he's saying he's doing something. Apparently, that's what he considers doing something, is by letting these people go back into our community. Now, they've already proven themselves that they shouldn't be here. No matter what they say or do, you've already lost that right. You aren't getting a job. You're busy raping or doing whatever else to somebody. That is how you get the title sex offender. You have somebody that makes a living off of selling drugs. You sell drugs to people every single day. That isn't a job. That's an illegal job. I guess under the weak Joe Biden administration, it is okay for people to be sex offenders and drug dealers. When do I feel safe in my country? When do I feel safe in my home? When am I going to be able to walk down the street without feeling like I'm going to get, sexually, attacked? This is very serious because this is a country and this is a whole. We can see the bigger picture that anybody can come here and do anything. But let alone if I went down the street and broke the window, I would be in jail for 10, 12 years or whatever you want to say. I would be in jail for a very long time as an American. Now, what's so interesting is that we lose rights as Americans. Now, it's okay for the illegal aliens to do things, but as an American, it is not okay for you to do them. So it's a double standard there. And we can see that in the senile, weak Joe Biden administration. They said they're doing something. I see Ted Cruz, Greg Abbott, and Ron Nienberg. When are you going to stop warming the seat? When are you going to do something besides every day come to your office and play with Skittles? When are you going to do something for the American people? Every day you come to work and I don't see you doing anything. That is what I'm asking you. You are seat warming Republicans. I look at it like this. Every day something is happening. I'll just use Texas for example. Every day something is happening. We have Ted Cruz, Greg Abbott, and Ron Nyberg. You're telling me you cannot be at your office right now fighting this? Why didn't you show up there? Now, I look at this as just seat warming politicians that are warming the seat. Anybody can do their job because they're not doing it, obviously. When do politics get real? When do we get people that want to fight for this country? Because having those people on the street, I know is a danger to me and anybody else. I know I don't want to walk the street knowing there's sex offenders out. I might get attacked. Why do I want to get attacked? Knowing that they are illegal, their ID and everything else is not on them. That means this guy can attack me and I don't know where he went to. He can go back to his origin, he can go back to his country and commit this crime, come back here and get a job. That's how messed up America is. Now you're telling me this same man can do these crimes and not be held up to the same accountable standard as I am? Well, that's a crock of bull as far as I'm concerned. Now, if I committed these same crimes, I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't have a job permanently. But when these people do it, it is okay. That's what you're saying. Under the senile, weak Joe administration, I'm starting to notice a habit, and that is okay for illegal immigrants to do anything as they please. Now, we know Texas is not a state where you can do everything just like our refugee states such as Portland, Oregon, or Washington. So they'll probably travel there once they get done being in the great state of Texas. You know, when you're not really held to accountable, like, see, I'm held accountable for my actions. When you're not really held accountable for your actions, you can get away with things. Just like if that sex offender attacked me, he can go back to his origin and then come back here and get a job. You let me attack somebody on the street and I won't have a job permanently. There is a double standard for American citizens compared to the illegal aliens that we have running around doing illegal activities. This is Ava Lockhart here, and if you're not Republican, you're not raising hell. You have a good day.